I'm Eric Polley at ericpolley.com. Today we're going to create a low poly car in Blender. Let's make that happen. Alright, I have a blank Blender general open here. We have the cube. I'm just going to leave that cube and hit tab on the keyboard to edit it. Using the middle mouse to look around, let's go ahead and control R, and let's just center that loop right here in the middle, and right click to leave it right where it's at. I'm going to hit 3 on the keyboard, select the main faces that are on the front of the X axis, and let's select according to the individual origin. That way when we hit E on the keyboard and extrude, it will extrude according to the face. I'm going to hit right about here. That looks like a good spot. And from here we want to select the face, the top here where the hood's going to be, size on the X, and make it a little smaller. That's a little more like a cartoony car. And from here we can select both the faces, and let's extrude, and on the size make it small. Grab on the Z and bring it down and extrude that out. You can select both these faces, side side, and I for intersect, or actually I don't know what that means, the I is for, but let's extrude it out. Hit plus on the keyboard and make this its own material. Let's just name it for now, lights. The front part we can select both holding shift, control plus on the numpad, and we will select all the faces near that. Now let's assign a brand new material, and from here let's select all these. Before we do that, let's subdivide this with a subdivide, and then let's go ahead and hit 2 on the keyboard and select all these lines in between. Hit X to dissolve edges. Let's do the same thing on the front where it created those extra lines. 3 back on the keyboard to select faces. Now with all these faces selected, I'm going to hit I again to make them their own individual, whatever this word is for the I key. Let's go as small as we can for windows. Now let's extrude them all in and make it its own material. Assign, let's call this windows, but they'll probably be more like a mirror. Alright, I'm gonna go with the shift right click to put the 3D cursor over here, and shift A to create a let's go with a cylinder. Rotate 90 degrees on the X axis. Let's size it down, and S, Y, get that size about right. Let's grab it and go down. That's about where a car would have it, I reckon. Let's size it down even more than that though. Okay. From here, you could either mirror it, or I'm just going to duplicate and grab it on the y-axis. Once I line these two up, I'm just going to duplicate both and grab them, put them where I would like. I'm going to hit L to grab everything that's linked to that selection. Shift D to duplicate, hit X on the X-axis to grab it on the X-axis. And this one's going to be a little closer because I want it to be the front of the vehicle. Yeah, let's keep it over, keep it a little centered. There we go. All right, let's grab all these tires and make them their own material. Let's assign them. Call it tires. Alright, this is basically everything you need for a low poly car. So let's go ahead and click over here, and let's actually just go into shading and see what this looks like. Okay, I'll create one material, and then I'll duplicate what I did and then change the colors. Okay, inside of our shading tab on the material of the car itself, I'm actually just going to hit Shift A, and let's go ahead and add a color ramp, and also shader to RGB. That's what we want. And let's change linear to constant. The light's gonna always look a little different because the light is only going according to this one single light in the room. Odds are in any scene you'll have a little more going on than that. Let's make it a red car. Okay. With that, we have the car. Now let's change some of these lights. Yellow. Just duplicating and adding, changing the color. Alright, for the mirror, we want to do something a little tiny bit different. Over here in metallic, I'm going to turn it all the way up. And for the color, I would like a kind of off bluish color. This may be the only color that will be eased. That way there can be a white giving a kind of transparent look. Let's shade smooth so we can really see what's going on here. Alright, we're on to the tires. Delete. Control V to paste the same thing that we've been copying over and over again. And let's change this to a tire color. These colors are backwards. Let's drag them around until they're in the spots that you like. I'm actually going to give this a third color just to give it a little something different. Okay, and with that, we have a low poly car ready to rock. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, do all the liking of the video. It really does help out. So I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.